A freshman from Orlando, Florida, number 4, Adam Chani.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of the Chani Talks series. This is a series where I go ahead and talk about different aspects of the field of soccer specifically, sometimes in sports in general. In today's episode, we have my friend Jesus Pernia right here. We are going to talk about how fasting has changed his lifestyle and the benefits and disadvantages he has experienced. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. All right, so we are back and we are in the studio of Jesus' studio right here. And I just wanted to ask Jesus just a little bit about his fasting routine. As you guys since you guys don't know, Jesus, he now has some kind of fasting routine where he doesn't eat the whole day, just eats dinner. And it's really interesting. This guy has shredded. This guy has changed a lot physically from back in high school to today. And huge improvement. So go ahead, take the floor, and I want to hear your perspective, your side of things.
All right, well, thanks, man. Well, first of all, that's not my dinner, that's my breakfast.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that a lot of people, I think that there is a big misconception in the word breakfast because it literally means breaking your fast, you know? Yeah. And, I mean, this whole thing about fasting goes beyond years. Like, you know, this is nothing new. Like, we humans have been fasting for a long time, you know, and because first of all, food wasn't available. We didn't have Walmarts back then or anything. So people, you know, like they had food whenever food was available, you know. And I mean, fasting has many benefits. I don't know the science behind it, but for me, it works. For some people, it may not work as well, but for me personally, it works. I've seen very good results. And I mean, it is hard to get used to be honest. Yeah. You get hungry a lot of times, but you just have to practice, you know, keep building your tolerance and just go slowly. But yeah, right now my diet just consists on mainly protein, and I have my first meal around 7:30 p.m., 8 o'clock p.m. And it is packed with protein, some carbs and some fats, and also a protein shake. So my goal right now is to lose as much fat as I can and possibly gain a little bit of muscle in the process. That is my goal. I don't want to be huge. I don't want to be a bodybuilder, anything like that. I want to be just, you know, good looking. Like every time I go to the beach, take my shirt off, you know, and that's all I want to do. And you know, it works perfect for me, for my lifestyle. But for some people, it may not be the best option.
All right, yeah, no, that's really interesting. I love it. I really do. Very different from a lot of different diets. And just to give you guys perspective, I just had dinner or breakfast for him, dinner for me. His breakfast just now, huge, massive plate with rice. There was eggs. What else am I missing? There was some salmon as well. And there was broccoli and 2 toasts of bread with Greek yogurt on it and some mustard, all with a huge shake, a huge glass of protein shake. You want to tell us what was in the protein shake?
Yeah, so on the protein shake, I put some ice. I put a fruit. Normally, since I'm cutting, I use like berries, like strawberries, raspberries. You know, they are low in calories, and you know they also taste pretty good. But in this case, I added some bananas with strawberries, and then I added 7 tablespoons of oatmeal, Greek yogurt, 2 big tablespoons of Greek yogurt, some cinnamon. Let me see what else, man. Because I added some Venezuelan powder drink. It's called Cerelac. It is like a cereal, but like it is just a powder, and it tastes really good. It is really good, but it is hard to find. And that is mainly carbs. And then I added what else I added? Organic protein powder, chocolate from Orgain, and also I added 2 big how's it called? 2 big scoops of some vanilla protein powder. I think the brand is called Body Fortress. It is really good. I like it. and almond milk. That's it, pretty much.
Awesome. Awesome.
Actually, well, on my Instagram, I have like my account on fitness. I actually shared the recipe there, so I don't know if you guys want to check it out. It's up to you.
100%.
It is right there, yeah.
100%. Yeah, go ahead and check out his information. Like I said before in the previous clips, really interesting stuff. Just a couple questions. What do you think has been the biggest obstacle for you during this whole process? And before answering that question, actually, how long have you been doing it, and how long do you plan to do it?
All right, so I'm gonna answer the time frame question first.
All right. Yeah.
So I want to do it until I can see my muscles, like, because I have muscles right now, but I have fat over them. So like my goal is to get to at least 9% body fat.
Okay.
And then yes, I want to just try to stay there. It is hard to sustain that body fat percentage, but I mean that is my goal because I've never been that low before. So like I want to get there to see some muscle. And so the biggest obstacle I will say is just the beginning, man, because when you start fasting and you can't just like one day say I'm going to eat 1 meal a day. That's impossible. I started just skipping breakfast in the morning, and then I had my breakfast in the afternoon, and then I had my lunch at night. That was my order. And then like I had a time frame for eating. Like my eating window was between 2 and 8 p.m. But then I started building tolerance, and then I just sent for 1 meal a day, just my breakfast, and it's just a huge ass meal. That's it.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's honestly, it's just it's crazy how you could just make a change like that. Speaking of a change, how has the transition been? What would you say like has been your diet previous to this? And obviously your diet now has just been fasting and high carbs, high protein when you do eat. So how has that transition been from your previous diet to this now?
Well, to be honest, I come from South America, and I'm just used to eating anything. Like anything you throw at me, I eat it. And but I don't have a problem eating like any kind of food. But before that, like before this year, before the pandemic, I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to do anything. Like this year has been really productive for me. I've learned so much stuff. And so during the quarantine, I actually started watching a lot of YouTube videos about cooking, about dieting, about all that stuff. I made hours of research about that. And so I started cooking, learn how to cook, learn, what kind of foods are better for me. And it's just like a learning process, It's just hard at first. Right now, I'm still learning. Like I don't know shit right now.
Yeah.
Oh, bad word there. You maybe have to cut it out. I don't know. PG.
It's fine. You're good.
Yeah.
Talk the way you want.
So yeah, man. Like it's been really good for me. Like this thing, like I'm loving it. I'm loving right now. Fasting is really good for me, and like if you want to try it, I'll say make your research first, because it is not for everyone, definitely. And at first it is very hard, but once you build your tolerance, you can then extend your fast.
All right. You're a busy guy. Every time I call you, you're either editing or shooting. Shooting as in photography, videography. But so my question is, has the lack of food during the day distracted you or put you in any sort of disadvantage when it comes down to productivity?
No, I'll actually say the positive. I actually had this same conversation in my last podcast with our friend Alejandro.
Oh, yeah.
And he says something that is very truth for me, at least, that when you're fasted, your body's like, hey, you need to hunt food, because thousands of years before, we had to hunt our food. We had to, explore the habitat, and we did that most of the time in a fasted state, because we didn't have Walmart or any of that stuff. So that's our body telling us, hey, you need to hunt. So when I'm fasted, I'm editing, I'm on the zone, like I'm focused, because right now we live in big societies, big cities. We have cars, we have internet, we have all that stuff. We don't need to hunt. So we can use that energy to put it into something productive. Like, anything you do in life, I don't know what you do. But like, if I were to do a lot of physical activity in a fasted state, that'll be very hard. That'll be very hard for me. Although I do all of my workouts fasted. But for some people, it may be really difficult. But for me, it just works, man. You know, I really like it. And yes, that is pretty much it.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, I know I'm sure you haven't told this to everybody, but I'm probably one of the few people you told. You've got this plan coming up for next year. You want to give us a little sneak peek of what this diet journey of yours that's going to take place starting January 1st of 2021?
Yeah, definitely. So yes, this will be like a special teaser here. So yeah, as I said before, this year has been really productive for me. I didn't know how to cook before. I didn't know anything about diet, so nothing. I learned a lot this year. And during my learning process, I saw a lot of documentaries like on Netflix, Amazon, and I saw like these documentaries were like very radical, and most of them were like toward plant-based foods, like vegan foods and like all that stuff. And like they say stuff that like I don't believe, or like it's just hard to process. So I want to try diets for myself. So next year, I want to do a documentary in which I try different diets for one whole year. Starting with a plant-based diet for 3 months, then having a balanced diet for the other 3 months, and then being carnivore for 3 months, and then just eating anything for the last 3 months, and then documenting everything, taking photos of every meal I eat, filming every workout, and also I plan to find some doctors and something that like can help me with that, you know. So yes, that's my plan, and hopefully it's gonna go great.
It's gonna be very interesting, especially like when we hang out, and it's gonna be like I'll be eating something. Maybe you got the different diet in that certain time. So let's wrap it up here. What are your predictions for this experiment in general, and then specifically, which diet do you think is gonna be your favorite, and which diet do you think is, or I should not just say favorite, which diet do you think is going to be best suited for you, and which is the diet that's probably going to be worst suited for you?
Well, this is definitely going to be some crazy experiment, man. It's one whole year of
it's
diet.
your life.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. It is very interesting, definitely. I think that the hardest one to do will be carnivore, to be honest.
I still can't imagine.
Yeah.
Just eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 months.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
I think that that's gonna be the hardest, but I think that'll actually be the one I enjoy the most. Just because I like eating a lot of meat.
Probably
Like,
not the bathroom. They're not gonna like you.
Yeah. But yeah, like I am like. The one that I want to try the most is the plant-based one, to see how good it is, because, you know, people say that, you know, being vegan is the shit and stuff. So, yeah, so I want to try that, and then, yeah, see how it goes. It's going to be really interesting for sure.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, this was just a thought I had to have this conversation with you. I think it's great content for any of you that have any questions. Go ahead, shoot me a message through Instagram, shoot Jesus a message through Instagram, DM us, comment down below as well. And yeah, that's the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Chani Talks. Like I said, go ahead, share the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can get notified for anything to do with sports related, soccer related. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.